Good morning, everyone. Started off, to me, I got kind of cool this morning. It was overcast and cloudy, but they said it was only 59 and or overcast, cloudy, and the wind was whooping. And the wind's still moving pretty good. But the sun has come out now, so I don't feel as cold. Thought I'd talk a little bit about climate. I'm just kind of an old country boy. I don't know a lot about anything, but I know a little about everything. My plants, anyway. This is my KRATOM that I'd moved in, and I've taken a number of cuttings that I shared with some people and some that I've tried to put down and start rooting. And I've got them in the little cups down there. Tomorrow will be 2 weeks that they've been in the cups. They're all still green, and the little cups are holding the humidity into them. And I've got a lot of leaf shed, and I think I call it climatizing. I don't know, just that they're getting adjusted. They were in a good bit of shade, and now they're getting more sun, but for fewer hours in the day. And I don't know where it's coming from, but it's got warm enough that somewhere over here I've got a swarm of termites. So I'm going to have to look into that in the next few days and figure out what's going on there, because that just will not do. Ain't going to have the termites eating my plants or eating my greenhouse. And but back to the KRATOMs. I have getting some leaf shed, and I've been picking up the leaves and rinsing them off and taking them in the house and making tea with them. And whenever I took the cuttings, the young leaves, I just eat them straight away myself and have a nice effect. They're not, to me, they're not as bitter as whenever they're cured out, eating them green, but that's just me. Where I've taken the cuttings, I'm getting a lot of nice new growth coming on. But the weather prediction is 33 for a low in the morning, so I've just watered in here. Yesterday I went around and I have 29 faucets outside that I turn off during the winter time to keep from having busted faucets, and drained all of them. And I watered here yesterday and watered again this morning, and so everything has a good moisture content, and there's still moisture here on the greenhouse, and so everything at the humidity is really rather high. The ginger is doing well, but it is starting to die back some, which it goes dormant. There's numbers of plants that I do have that go dormant during the winter time and will die back, and turmeric and ginger are 2 of those. And like I said, it's with the KRATOM, though, back to it, my intentions were that I was going to see what it can do without adding any artificial light and any more heat than I just absolutely have to. And I don't turn on, I have 2 heaters here, and usually I turn them, in the past 2 years it's only like 3 and maybe 4 days, nights, that I've actually even turned the heat on them, and I turn it at the very lowest, just a little above the pilot light being turned on, to keep things from freezing. And that's part of watering in here, was I found through the years that with a good high moisture content, it helps hold the heat far better than them being dry. And that was, I used to have all kind of cactus, and through the years, with me watering and high humidities and all, I killed the cactuses because they will not stand just being constantly wet. And now if I had cactus to any extent, I'd move them in the house during the winter and let them go dormant. And that was one of the tricks to having flower on cactus, was giving them a good dry dormant period. But I hear all kind of things about the kratom, and there's people that know way, way more than I do about it, and I'm grateful for everything that I do read and understand, and videos I watch of them. But like I said, so much of it for me is the least care I can get away with is what I'm trying to do. And that's one that I got from, I won in the contest. That's, I believe, is the cutting I took from the one I got from Hector. And trying to see where the original plant is. I think this is the original plant that I got from Hector, and it's got all kind of new limbs coming on it. The rest of them, that's only two sources I've had was Hector and Phil, and Phil was out of Delaware, and those plants, the original three that I got from him, was in February, so in February they'll be a year old, and I have no idea all the cuttings I've taken from the three originals, but it is, the last time I'd counted, it was over 50, close to 60 cuttings I had taken originally, and then this last time I just did 12, 6 in rooting powder and 6 in the gel hormones. I really got to look into this though, where the lizard coming over to eat termites. I don't know if you can see him there or not, but he's fixing to make him a meal off of them, and I wish I had more lizards in here, which I do have quite a few. But that's got to be looked into, and so I'm going to make the video a little shorter and go see about taking care of what's going on with the termites. The shrimp plant is really doing well, and my little spiders, as long as they stay to the side where I'm not walking through their web and getting it all in my face, we'll get along good. But still have more hibiscus than I know what to do with. I've already cured close to dried nearly 2 pounds, and so I'm not dehydrating anymore. And like I say, it's just a matter of economics and everything else that I really don't need it. So I'll pick blooms from time to time to make the fresh pot of tea, and what I have dehydrated now will be used mainly next summer whenever they quit blooming. Oh, that saying blooming, that was one that when I was watering in here a while ago, these hibiscus here were the ones that I had gotten from my ex, and I don't know if this bloom has opened and yesterday, or I just saw it this morning, so I don't know how old a bloom it is, but it's a pink, and so I don't know if it has opened and closed back up, or if it has yet to open fully. But I had they and some others would survive over at her house, and she's a little closer to the coast and doesn't get quite as cold as I do, but they come back for her each year. And anyway, I'm going to give them a good start keeping them in the greenhouse this winter, and we'll see what they do next year, and I'll probably plant some. I was hoping to get some seed off of them. Mulberries. Mulberries are one of the few things. I had figs in the greenhouse for years now, but figs are kind of like eating a piece of cardboard. It's not tough, they just ain't got no flavor to them, and so many other things. That was greenhouse tomatoes and cucumbers. I just don't care a whole bunch for things that don't have some flavor to them. Had goji berries for breakfast, and those are the few things I still got to move in, and I missed a few when I was picking. Just a few more berries down in there, but I'm fixing to set them in. But while the plants will survive the cold into zone 5, and I've seen people talk about have them all the way up into Michigan and Minnesota, and also I guess they might even, I don't know, like I say, I haven't looked real close at where zone 5 runs, but the berries on them, they still have berries, and so a little bit of protection and I'll have berries like I did last year, I hope, all winter long. And I guess I need to get off and go look about my bug problem. Everyone have a blessed day.